Now, none of y'all better say anything about the quality of this video, okay? I am in Orlando on family vacation with my MacBook that's a couple years old. I have no lighting, no studio space, and I am cooped up in a Mickey Mouse themed bedroom. What more do you want from me? But y'all don't care where I'm at. Y'all just want the tea. Y'all saw that thumbnail. Yes, it's true. I no longer work at Fox. So, want to talk about it? Here you go. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Did I hit my note, y'all? All right, so I'm not going to make this super lengthy, but I definitely felt like I owed it to the Funky Bunch and to the Soulmates just to come on and let you know that tomorrow when TGIF resumes, I, Funky Dineva Ross, will not be there. Yeah, I won't be there, guys, and it's definitely bittersweet. I'm not going to get you guys caught up in all the weeds and all the minutia because it's not necessary. I will give you a very high level view of what happened, but know that there is no love lost between me and the Fox Soul organization, all the people that work there. Me, Al, and Claudia, all of us are good. It just simply came down to a matter of business, finance, and time. So the very short version of the story is when we were working 2 days a week, we were being paid at a certain rate. Let's just say $20 a show. We were being paid $20 a show for 2 days a week. And when we moved to 5 days a week, they said, okay, we're going to move you guys to 5 days a week, but instead of paying you $20 a show, we're going to pay you $17 a show. And all of us fought it. You know, we were like, well, wait a minute. Why are you cutting our pay rate? You know what I'm saying? And the general attitude was like, you know, I mean, yeah, guys, but look, you're still making more money because you got more days, which, depending on how you look at it, is true, but we're doing more work that was valued at $20 an episode on Monday, and now on Tuesday, somehow or another, my time is now valued at $17 an hour. It never quite sat well with me. It never quite sat well with any of us. But you know, we decided to push through and, you know, just kind of see what could come of the situation. And, you know, my agent and I, we negotiated our best, and I ended up folding and saying, okay, I'll go along with it. But instead of signing a 1-year contract, as Al and Claudia did, I was able to negotiate only signing a 6-month contract, wherein at the end of the 6 months, we would have the opportunity to renegotiate my pay rate. And my contract officially expired December 22nd. And honestly and truthfully, I had honestly forgotten I had even signed or that the contract was coming up for renewal until somebody higher up in the organization called me about 2 weeks out and was like, you know, your contract's up. We just realized that, you know, what are you going to do? Are you going to resign? And I was like, I don't really know. Like, ordinarily when our contracts are up, we kind of start negotiating those things, you know, 90 days, 60 days out to accommodate for situations like this wherein, you know, you don't know if somebody's coming back or not. And so we started going back and forth. The people on the Fox Soul side let it be known very early on that there just was no additional money, or whatever the case may be. I hadn't heard anything from my agent because she was still working things out. After I got the phone call from the person at corporate, I called my agent, and she's like, you know, listen, they're really just not trying to move when it comes to the money. And I was like, well, I mean, you know, on some Taraji P. Henson breakdown type of stuff, by the time Uncle Sam takes his portion, I pay my agent, you know, her 10%. By the time I get the check, each week, to be honest with you, I can do 1.5 YouTube video and make that money. So it literally just became a sheer matter of economics and time. On my own, it takes me about 25 minutes to record a YouTube video and maybe another 20 minutes or so to upload it. So let's just say an hour total in production time from start to finish. So if I can make the money weekly that I'm making at Fox Soul doing 1.5 YouTube video, then it doesn't make sense time wise and economically for me to dedicate 10 hours or so a week when I can make more money in said week in an hour and a half. It just didn't make sense. And if there was a bit more intrinsic value in staying, I would have. But we're on year number 4 right now with the show, and we occupy the YouTube space somewhere that I have occupied now for 13 going on 14 years. As I shared with them, I don't need Fox Soul to sit on YouTube, where I've already sat, where I already have market share. I don't need Fox Soul for that. And if I am going to build or assist in building up anybody's YouTube platform, it only makes the most sense that I build up mine in less time and for more money. If I put the hours in nightly that I was doing with Fox Soul onto my own channel, in addition to what I'm already doing on my channel, I could potentially make 3 to 4 times the amount of money that I'm currently making. So it literally just became a matter of economics. And I don't want anyone to leave here thinking that I was, being a diva or anything of the sort, because I wasn't. I was simply asking to be paid what you were already paying me previously. It's not like I asked for some astronomical number, and guys, it wasn't even a whole lot of money. It was just the funny thing is, even with the addition or being given back my old rate, I still could make more money on my own. But at that point, it's a matter of just principle and just being seen, heard, and feeling a little more valued would have been enough for me to stay. But they didn't have it in their budget, or they couldn't find it, or chose not to find it. However that went, I didn't have it in my time, couldn't find it, or chose not to find the time. That's really how it went. But there really is no love lost between me and the Fox Soul organization. It was a great place to work. Al, Claudia, and myself created some magical moments, and I definitely feel like what we did tilted the needle a little bit and helped shift culture. It created a voice. Shouts out to Claudia Jordan first and foremost for bringing Al and myself to Fox Soul with this idea to showcase the LGBTQ community in a way that wasn't stereotypical. Shouts out to James DeBose, who believed in the concept, the idea that we had. Shouts out to Stephen Brown, who also helped, put his extra blessings on things to make the show possible. Shouts out to Joyce, Samson, Justin Hart, Destiny DeBose, Brooke. What's Brooke last name? Coleman, I believe. Don't kill me, Brooke, if I got your name wrong. Everybody in the booth. Again, it was a great working environment, guys. Everything was cool. It just was a matter of time and economics, in short, in business. And just the business wasn't right for them. The business wasn't right for me. And so I decided to not renew my contract. That's the whole story. I didn't add nothing to it or take nothing from it. Um, there's those few people out there who don't like me, so they're gonna make it their life's mission to come up with these conspiracy theories as to why I'm no longer there. And I just ask that you don't believe any of that crap. Hey, don't nobody know nobody who know nothing, who heard anything, because that's not what happened. All right, like we didn't even know that I would not be back until the clock ran out, because we were still negotiating up until the last day that I was on the air. So that's the short of it. You guys can definitely expect to see me. All the other places that you see me, plus some new places. Stay tuned for that. And I want to leave you guys with this one thing. What gave me the courage to kind of walk away from the situation definitely was a lot of the stuff that Taraji was talking about, right? But then there was this one other tweet. It was from Keke Palmer. And Keke Palmer wrote, basically in this business, you have to have multiple streams of income, because if not, you don't have any autonomy, and you end up becoming beholden to contracts or beholden to employers, and you kind of have to take whatever people give you. And I think the beautiful thing for me in this moment, and why I don't walk away from it feeling like it's a loss, and I walk away from it feeling empowered, is because the blessing of it all is that I can actually do it. Like, that I can afford to walk away, that I don't need it. I'm not somewhere sweating like, what am I going to do without it? Because my income is so well diversified between that and my investments, that I have choice. And I recognize that choice is not something that a lot of people have, and it definitely is something that I've grown to no longer take for granted. So that's the blessing in it all for me. I want you guys to continue, Soulmates, to support the show. Tomorrow, I don't know who will be appearing in my place. I don't know anything. The only person I've talked to since the expiration of my contract was Al, and a few other producers via text message or whatever. So, I'm no longer in the loop. I don't know anything. But I definitely wish the show the best. Y'all continue to support. Y'all continue to support whomever it is that they choose to fill the seat with. And hopefully that those guys go on to make some magic. And I'm pretty sure all of our paths will cross again in the future. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Y'all be well, and Happy New Year.